Hello and welcome to a short Krayt Dragon raid overview. It's not going to be super in-depth or anything, so bear with me. The first thing I'm going to cover is the three new currencies we have, the Mark 1, Mark 2, and Mark 3 currencies. Each one of them are hard capped at a respective number of 30k, 20k, and 17,500. And the rewards you can get from the shop aren't super good. The Mark 3s are the ones you're going to want the most, because you can get relic mats for them, so I would try saving those up and getting the gear to keyboards or the magnifiers if you need those. And that's you can't get Han, General Kenobi, or Darth Trey shards from the shop if you have them at 7 stars, so you can't farm them. Use them to farm shard shop currency, which is rather annoying. And we're going to move on to the raid itself. So there are two separate raid tracks in the raid. You have your personal and your guild tracks. Your personal, I should say both of them. Both of them are like the conquest rewards. The personal one you can get along the way, like you get from the battle pass and the key card rewards. The guild one you'll get at the end of the raid, which is a 3-day long raid. And you'll get X amount of Mark 1, Mark 2, and Mark 3 raid tokens based off of how your guild did. Based off of how well or how much damage your guild did to the Krayt Dragon. And not really speaking of the raid, this is all be about the raid. I don't know why I said speaking of. There are difficulty tiers. You can switch to tiers. You're not locked to one. The lowest one has a 5-star limit on it, not limit, but a requirement, so you can take in like your 5-star Tuskens and do damage, but you won't be able to post a lot of damage because the modifier only allows you to do X amount for each level. So you have that base one, then you have Gear 12, Relic 1, 3, 5, 7, and 8. And the higher you go, the more stat boost the Krayt Dragon has, so you're gonna have to somehow get through its tenacity and yada yada yada. So just keep that in mind. You can only have 5 total attempts per raid, like each time the raid runs. But you can, whenever you get the damage done, you can discard and exit the raid, or you can discard and retry with that team. It'll boot you back out to the team selection menu. It won't boot you back out to the Krayt Dragon's main menu. So that is a good thing. You don't have to worry about, oh, am I going to have to remember what team remembering team's not that big a deal, but you can keep redoing it until you get either the max amount of damage you can do on your tier that you're running it on, or until you want to actually post it, kind of thing. And the the factions that you can pick from are the Old Republic, the Jawas, the Hutt Cartel, the Tuskens, and the Mandalorians. In terms of usefulness, I would say the Jawas are the least important to worry about, just because the Jawas as a whole are not very good unless you have them running a cheese with Ray for thermal detonators or whatever in Conquest. They're not horrible, but I've heard and seen that they don't really... The relic levels or just levels don't really matter as a whole, because you can just get away with doing the same amount of whatever. So, anyways, the Old Republic is the next most useful team. I imagine a lot of people will be looking towards pushing Mission, Zalbar, Canderous up for the other teams right now. So the Old Republic's not bad. On a Jedi Revan, you can get some decent damage out. I don't know underneath Karth how much damage you'll be able to do, but with the dot mechanic being a thing, you might be able to cheese some dots or something, but that's more dependent on your characters as a whole. The next one, so a slight addendum to the Old Republic bit. Juhani is a decent 5th for that team instead of Jolie, mostly because she can cleanse the debuffs off your team if you don't have the lightsaber throw with Jedi Revan off cooldown. So that's an option. I would still probably work on, Zalbar and Canderous for other teams. So not a horrible pick, but I just wanted to put that in the video as well, that Juhani is a little better off than Jolie will be on that team. So one will be probably either Tuskens or Mandalorians. It depends on your roster. Tuskens, you need to have the Tusken Chieftain to get the most bang for your buck for that team, for that faction. Because with him being able to call assist and them assisting and gaining momentum and lots of more, more damage, they're able to ramp up a lot more quickly than under an team or whatever. So Tusken Chieftain is a requirement for that faction. Work on him, get him done, and then start relicking him for the raid. The Mandalorians, you have a couple options. The Maul Mandos you can do. It's a pretty good team if you can run. So this raid, you can do 4-man teams, and if you don't have your Mandalorians worked on, you can do a 4-man Mandalorian team. I would highly suggest having your Mandalorians worked on anyways for this, because it'll be beneficial for you and the guild as a whole. And then the second Mandalorian team you could do is BAM Mandalorians, but you need Canderous. This is why I mentioned Canderous a moment ago, because with Canderous you can start TM looping the raid once you get to the Krayt Dragon Enraged, I believe is what you have to do. And then you just start basicing and just start doing lots of damage. So those are your two options for Mandalorians. However, the best team to work on or have in this raid is the Hutt Cartel. The Hutt Cartel, you don't need the Boosh Ami. I mean, the Ami is nice. It's not extremely necessary or needed. You can do it if you want. I wouldn't really suggest it, because even without the Ami, you'll get max damage on whatever level you do it on. So, Hutt Cartel, just have that on your mind. That's the best team you need. It gives you Jabba anyway, so might as well get it done. But yeah. Hopefully this helps alleviate, not really alleviate, but hopefully this makes some sense. If you want me to make like in-depth guides or coverages of the specific factions, I can. I don't think I will. However, if y'all want me to, I can. I won't be able to do all of them, but I can see if I can get footage of like Old Republic and Jawas from other people, and Tuskens. Or I could showcase my garbage Tuskens once I get Chieftain done. But yeah, if y'all enjoyed, don't forget to hit like and hit subscribe, and thank you for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. I hope you have a good day.